Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is a review of the Star Wars Black Series Artillery Stormtrooper and Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. I've been waiting to get both of these different exclusives for a very long time now, so if you're interested in either one of these figures and would like to see more Star Wars Black Series in the future, be sure to select the like button bonus. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So for this review, guys, we're actually gonna go ahead and get started with the Artillery Stormtrooper. So let's go ahead and open them up. And here he is, guys, the Artillery Stormtrooper out of his packaging. One thing I could tell right off the back is it seems like they have chosen to use the newer, in my opinion, kind of better Stormtrooper body. They are slowly, and about around this time, it seems like they're started to really move away from the old Stormtrooper body and use this all new one. And I gotta say, guys, I am actually really liking the yellow on this Stormtrooper a lot more than I thought I was. I did think that the yellow actually looked a little weird when they first revealed him. I really wanted him because of the accessories, which we're going to talk about later. But just to actually go ahead and talk about this pack, as soon as I took it off, it fell off. So there does seem to be kind of like a little peg where you can stick it on. So it's pretty easy to stick back on, but I suppose if you were to hit it or something, it would pop off. But it seems to be sticking on there pretty good. I also noticed that he comes with these little, I guess these are like the mortar grenades that you can actually put into the little mortar that he comes with. So I think that's really cool. The flap's kind of nice. It does look like that could hinder some articulation, but we'll get into that a little later. But all around, a really nice looking figure. I still need to get some more of those Mandalorian like Stormtroopers, just like the base ones. So I'm definitely gonna probably be army building moving forward. But let's go ahead and get into the articulation of this figure, starting from head to toe. His articulation seems to be pretty decent. He can tilt his head this way and that, look down a good bit, and look up a good way. Oh, you see how the pack falls off? Depending on kind of how you move it, the pack will pop off there. And another thing that I like about a lot of these new figures is the shoulder pad is a separate piece, so you can actually get a much better range of motion in the arms. Now, oh, he actually doesn't seem to have an upper arm swivel up here. Now, he does have the single joint in the arm, like most of the troopers do now. And it looks like he comes with, yep, his gun shooting hand, of course, has that up and down swivel that most of the Star Wars action figures come with now. And on his, what I believe is his, I guess, grenade mortar holding hand, has a swivel in there as well. Let's see, the abdomen got a nice 360 in there. I believe there's a ball joint in the middle there, and it also seems like he has butterfly joints. I actually did not notice that about the new Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers, because I actually do have one basic Camino Clone Trooper, and I actually didn't notice that had butterfly joints for like the longest time. But that is a nice little addition to this action figure that I didn't notice before. In the legs, he has the upper thigh swivel and a single joint in the knee. Also has a swivel in the knee, which is always welcome. And it also comes with a good old ankle pivot, which definitely helps with a lot of different poses. So that's always good to have on a Stormtrooper. So pretty much if you have a base Stormtrooper, like from the newer body, This is most likely, the same as that. You're getting more or less the same articulation, which is a good thing if you like these new clone bodies. But now, guys, I'd like to go into the accessories, and this artillery trooper comes with a good bit of them. And first up, we have his mortar cannon, which I actually really like the fact that this cannon comes with kind of like a little stand on the bottom here, with this with other little stands that can come out like this, so it can stand on the ground perfectly there. I do believe if you want to, you can actually make him hold it, so I'm going to try to do that right now. I did manage to get him to hold it, even though it does look a little awkward. Most likely for posing purposes, I'm probably going to have it just stay on the ground. But actually, primarily, guys, this is one of the primary reasons why I got this new figure. I was thinking about kind of how cool it would be to have like stormtroopers, firing mortars in like different scenes for on my display or for taking pictures and stuff like that. But he does come with a few more accessories here. He comes with one extra mortar here, which you can actually put in the pack, which I think is kind of cool. In fact, I think you can take all these out if you want. Oh, you can. So there you go, guys. Although I'm probably gonna keep most of these in here because I do not want to lose them. And of course, guys, he can also hold them in his hand using his grip hand, which is also really nice. And like I said before, it's actually open up at the top, so you can actually put the mortars in here if you want to. So all in all, guys, this is a pretty great Stormtrooper, and I'm glad I got him to start building up my Stormtrooper army. Speaking of my Stormtrooper army, guys, I couldn't just get one. He got two! Yeah, he got two! I went ahead and decided to open up this one for the review because this one looks a little defective. His mouthpiece on the helmet looks a little like rushed. It almost looks like there's extra splotches of black paint on there, so I'm probably going to use a magic eraser to get rid of that excess on there. But bottom line, really nice Stormtrooper, and glad I got him for my collection. But we're going to be moving on a little bit to what I believe to be a superior trooper, in my opinion, of course. Alright, guys, next up is the Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. This is a Walmart exclusive. I don't know why I forgot to mention that the Stormtrooper, he was a Amazon exclusive. The Shock Trooper is a Walmart exclusive. And even though it was delayed, which was very irritating, they thankfully got it to me in a timely fashion, just in time for me to do this review alongside the Stormtrooper. So thank you for that, Walmart. Now let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And here he is, guys, the Shock Trooper out of the packaging. Now, one thing that I think is really interesting about a lot of these clones that they've been making lately is you can kind of tell that the body proportions is a little different. Now, you might be thinking that this is, primarily because, well, they're using a new body for like the clones moving forward. And I believe that that has a little something to do with it too. But I think another thing is the fact that these clones, a lot of these clones they're making come straight from the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series. So it almost feels like they're giving them slightly animated series proportions. Now, of course, they're still giving them a little bit of that realism flair, but I always thought that was pretty interesting that they're starting to do that with these Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers moving forward. So when it comes to the overall structure, pretty much if you have the Camino Trooper, this is kind of the same body, the same build. I really like the little pauldrons that they come up, which I actually heard from other collectors that this is actually removable. So if you want to remove this and maybe have like a basic Shock Trooper, I probably suggest boiling it a little bit, you can heat it up with like an air dryer or something if you have that, because this is put, and I'm trying to move right now, it's not moving because there's some glue on here that's kind of keeping it in place. But if you boil it, that glue should come loose, and then probably just pop the head off, pop that off, and then you have a basic clone shock trooper. So you might want to buy multiples like I did. He got two! He got two! But yeah, I always did kind of like the shock troopers. The red and white goes really well together. Of course, there's no beating my personal favorite, which is the 501st, but we'll get more of those later on in the year. So if you like 501st, oh, I'm sorry, I'm rambling again, guys. Sorry about that. But just to go over the articulation, even though if you have this guy, you're pretty much getting the same thing. The articulation on this Stormtrooper is a little hindered because of this shoulder pauldrons thing here. So if you want better articulation, you might actually benefit you to take that off. But like some of the other clone troopers, the shoulder is made out of a softer plastic piece, so you can get better articulation in the arms. Also doesn't have an upper arm swivel. I don't really know why they decided to not do that. I think that would actually be a very good improvement to this all Stormtroopers moving forward. So Hasbro, if you're listening, if you can, maybe make that happen. Thanks. Single joint elbow works pretty good for the troopers as usual. Doesn't break up the figure like the old double jointed ones. Also comes with run-of-the-mill trigger holding hand, which swivels up and down, and his grip hand, which swivels from side to side. Ball joint in the torso, upper hinge swivel with single jointed knees, and of course ankle pivot, which actually I don't feel is as good as the Stormtroopers. With I feel like you can get a little bit farther when you pull it back, because there is that armor right here that is kind of hindering it a little bit. But other than that, very well articulated figure. But now let's move on to the accessories, which if you're used to buying clone troopers, nothing new, but to be honest, these are all clone troopers really need to come with. He comes with his long rifle. I don't know the official names of these guys, I'm sorry, don't roast me. But he comes with a long rifle and his short blaster here. Two well-needed run-of-the-mill clone trooper blasters. If you buy clone troopers, this is what you're going to get most of the time. Now, with a lot of these action figures, there are some that are just bound to have tiny little defects here. I noticed some of the extra troopers that I bought of these have like random smudges here and there. So you might want to keep those there if you like having your clones or Stormtroopers look a little, battle worn. I'm probably going to take a magic eraser to some of them, because I gotta have a couple of shinies and to contrast with, the more dirtied up clone troopers and Stormtroopers. But two really great figures and really glad to have them. And just for a little comparison, I have the artillery trooper and the shock trooper next to the Camino trooper. All are relatively the same height, so don't really have too much of a problem with that. And here are all the troopers next to the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. Again, height's pretty much gonna be pretty consistent. Don't really have too much of a problem with that. But yeah, guys, this year is actually a really good year for those of us who want to army build. I have a lot more troopers coming. I'm probably not going to get around to getting reviews out on all of them, but keep a lookout for my Star Wars Black Series update videos. I try to do at least one of them every year. I still got a lot of troopers that are on the way. I'm expecting some 501st troopers that I've ordered. I've also ordered some Gaming Greats Jet clone troopers, so really looking forward to getting those and displaying them alongside all my other troopers and it's getting to the point where I'm definitely going to have to make a clone trooper shelf, because right now I still have just enough clone troopers to just fit them on my prequel shelf, but definitely gonna have to make a dedicated clone trooper shelf for the clones. The stormtroopers aren't quite there yet, because it's funny how I have very little stormtroopers, but I have a whole bunch of clone troopers and a whole bunch of first order troopers that I don't even like all that much. But rambling, sorry. Comment down below if you have either the artillery trooper or the shock trooper. What do you think about them? Do you like them? Do you not like them? And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as well as stay updated when I plan to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos like of these two troopers here that you won't see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos.